Shalom, 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 shalom. Out there to the hopeful elect of Israel. First off, I want to start off and give all honors and infinite praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakach Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who taught us his truth and who rule well. Peace and safety and salutations out there to you sincere and you hopeful elect, scattered abroad across the four winds of this earth. All right, I'm your fellow servant, Malaakia. All right, coming in with another lesson today. All right, this lesson is gonna be going to kind of based off a reaction from off the video from the brother Arrows of Indignation 144. This is his YouTube handle. This was a Jake, and he was going into a series of a lot of different things that's transpiring right now. All right, and giving you a bigger picture. All right. He's giving it in a broad sense, and he's breaking it down, all right, to what's actually happening right now, man. All right, so I'm just going to kind of go through it, maybe bring out some scriptures and kind of close out. So, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying, all right, to you, Akim Wak.
Shadow policy.
Okay, so it's coming.
The United States is switching to a shadow policy apparatus.
Okay. Right. All right. So going to that, that shadow policy apparatus, man. This is the workings of Esau Edom, man. Okay. And when you really go into it, man, ultimately, it sets the ground rules for bringing in, Esau's new infrastructure. All right. His security, his devices, his different technological advancements, all right, all for this new system, man. All right. And scriptures talk about policy, all right, and this is how this devil moves, man. All right, by the way, all right, through his policy. All right, you can go into the history of it. All right, I believe that Antiochus, let me see if I can get that in Daniel's 8. All right, so the same thing that was happening back then, it's the same thing happening again, and this is how this devil is able to maneuver and do the things that he do in this society, man. But the point here is at the top of verse 25, Daniel's 8 and 25. It says, "And through his policy, also, he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand." Okay. And that's the point. I'm going to read on. It says, "And he shall magnify himself in his heart, getting proud, and be peace. And by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without him." All right. And the point I want to get into, man, how this devil uses, his craft to prosper through his policy, man. Okay. By the way, this devil manages basically policies, his laws, his administration today, his sub agendas, his sub agencies, his government, so on and so forth, and how he uses it, all right, to influence, all right, everything through his different state and city jurisdictions. And it's not only in the U.S., but you look at it now, it's throughout the whole world. You see him, he's all over there across seas, bringing in his democracy. That's a part of his government, a branch of his government that he wants to bring and to push out. But as we see now, everything is taking a toll, man. And you can see the elites there, they're speeding things up, man. They're trying to speed things up, but then also they're trying to slow things down too, because they can't have everything come clashing down all at once. Or it's just going to be nothing but total chaos. Yeah, they want the chaos, but they want the chaos to be controlled. But as you go into the scriptures, man, this chaos of what they're getting ready to bring, man, they're going to get so sloppy, man, they're not going to be able to control it, man. That's why scripture says, a time like no other. All right, this is going to be something that they cannot control because it's in the hands of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, man. So let's go back to the video. So I'm going to go back to about right. All right, so he going down, Salah. About right here.
The United States is switching to a shadow policy apparatus. Okay, a shadow policy apparatus. We're going to go through it because it's a mix of debt surveillance, migration control, and supply chain domination. And really understanding this will help you see kind of what's going on right here. So don't imagine ISIS immigration enforcement. That's the wrong way to think about this. It is a soft domestic army, not just.
And this is what they're trying to enforce, man. Okay. Let me go to it. I was looking it up. Going into Trump, his different executive orders. Okay. You can get on here on whitehouse.gov and you can go through the different executive orders that this devil is bringing. And also that's a part of his policies too, man. All right, bringing in these different executive orders. And I didn't even see this one on April 23rd. See, it says advancing artificial intelligence education for American youth. All right, this is going to be another way they're going to use it through their sub agencies. Okay, by the way of probably FEMA, Homeland Security, maybe some other different type of entity within the branch of the United States that they're going to use, man, to educate the new the children, all right, for this new infrastructure, man, dealing with AI, man, because everything is gearing up, man, towards, all right, this new system being in place. Okay, and the people out here, they're crying on TikTok, they're crying on YouTube, not knowing what the fuck is going on. They see the things on the news talking about the tariffs, all right, but they don't understand that there is a new system being in place. Man, I wish I would have found that video, man. I gotta find it. I watched it a couple days ago. I was up late, couple nights ago, and it was this woman. I don't know if it was a brother that shared it, but damn, man, I should have kept it in my saved videos, man. Damn, but it was a woman. It was an Edomite, and she was going into how you can have she explained the term or what the word, but you have a system that's currently running right now, as we see right now is going on, but it also be in the transition to a new system. They're bringing down the old system, transitioning into the new system. Just roughly paraphrasing, man. And that's what you see right now, man, what is happening. This old system is collapsing while they're transitioning to the new system. Okay, so as I'm going into that, where was I? Here it is. Oh, that's one. Well, enforcing common sense rules of the road for America's truck drivers, because now they're trying to get in control of the roads now. This is a part of the takeover. Get the children, okay? Get control of the roads, transportation, electricity, food. All right, this is the big money grab, the big liquidity grab that people don't see it coming. Okay, it's the same thing like within stocks. You have liquidity grabs, liquidity sweeps. All right, you may think that price is going down towards something, but it's acting as an actual what is that? An actual rubber band. Okay, and it's pulling everything down as you're pulling the rubber band down, and then a person who just lets go of the rubber band and let it go, the price flies the other direction. This is the same way. This is what's happening, man. Everyone think that the world is going down to a certain way. They think it's still going the way that it's supposed to go. They think it's going to get better, but everything is getting grabbed up into that liquidity, and to the point of where they're getting ready to let things go, and it's going to go another whole direction, man. This place is on another whole way of a new direction, and the people can't even see it, man. Okay? And as Jake is going into it, man, he's breaking it down. So this is what I wanted right here. The executive order that was released on signed on April 28th, 2025. It says the strengthening and unleashing America's law enforcement to pursue criminals and protect innocent citizens. That's one. Another one, addressing certain tariffs on imported articles. Damn, where's the other one? Oh, there you go. But the protecting American communities from criminal aliens. Okay? So they're letting you know that they're getting ready to usher in another whole new part of their policy, and I had mentioned it earlier, going into the infrastructure, going into the security as well. All right, here it is. They're talking about it's a case for national security. We're gonna get ready to have to militarize the police to help them in aid, okay, to fight crime. This is to usher in the part of the new system, man, because they're hey man, they bringing it right in. They're bringing it right in. All right, so let me go back to this.
You see kind of what's going on right here. So don't imagine ISIS immigration enforcement. That's the wrong way to think about this. It is a soft domestic army, not just for immigration, but for control during social and economic unrest, functioning as a pretext for martial enforcement.
Yeah, because they know the unrest is coming. They know the unrest is coming. They see they're cutting the jobs. The wicked, excuse me, Salakia. The weakening the dollar. All right, layoffs are happening by the thousands. People can't pay their rent. People can barely afford food. Okay, they have to get on different type of different apps. Was it Klarna, Afterpay? What's the other one to where they get the damn, what is it? Basically finance the way to get themselves some food, man. Okay, DoorDash. Look, all these different things are coming into place, man, to where the people are getting ready to just flip. Okay, and the elites, as the as the Jake is getting ready to go into, man, it's like a lever. All right, this is how they're gonna be able to control it. Okay, but it's gonna get to the point to where that control, they're not gonna be able to control it anymore.
economic fear. No, 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 no. Obedience tool. Obedience tool. Keep recession fears quiet while creating the conditions, right? And then high interest rates, strategic job insecurity, high cost of goods to slowly consolidate behavioral compliance. And then legal ambiguity, right? Because if citizens can be mistaken for deportable, who really has status? This allows power to be weaponized through vagueness. Are you really safe? But then here's one of the things. A lot of people talking about a recession, a this, a that. It's a control lever. Recession is a control lever, not a crisis. The suppression of recession headlines, right, would mean that economic spiral is being curated rather than responded to. So the Fed and the elites need to slow down, to cool wage growth, to break labor momentum, and to reestablish capital discipline. And the middle class collapse is being managed, not avoided. We're gonna see.
And as you're going into damn, you just said it. Was it class? Let me see.
Being curated rather than responded to. So the Fed and the elites need to slow down, to cool wage growth, to break labor momentum, and to reestablish capital discipline. And the middle class collapse is being managed, not
class collapses. All right, that's a good point that he made. Okay, as we're seeing the different things happening, like we say, there's going to be race wars. Yeah, you're going to have that, but it's really going to be class wars, man. All right, between the individuals that's down here. All right, between the poor and the rich. Okay, they're going to see the rich living a certain way where you see the poor, they're not, they're barely getting by. Okay, so it's going to make a lot of different clashes going into what? Civil war. Okay, this is another part of them militarizing the police because they know that something is getting ready to happen because they're orchestrating it. They know that a famine is coming, a manufactured famine is coming. See, all these things are coming into play, man. All right, and you Israelites need to understand what time you truly in, man. Let me see if I can get a quick scripture. What's that? Their inward thought was it deep? I think it's Isaiah. Oh, Psalms. It's the book of Psalms 64. Damn. I'm gonna start at verse 2. Yeah. It's verse 1. It's a Psalm of David. It says, "Hear my voice, O Yahweh, in my prayer. Preserve my life and from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity." All right, because the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, man, they're getting ready to bring in that heat. Okay? They have different councils, all right, different laws, different agendas as we're going into the policies. all right, and how they're gonna issue it through the different state and city jurisdictions here in the U.S. They have all these things planned. You go into the different damn, what was it? Not executive orders. Damn. Basically agendas. Okay, you got the King Alfred plan, Rex 84, Operation Cable Splicer, all right, so on and so forth, man. There's countless other ones, man. And it's all aimed, all right, at the tribes, okay, and the other different citizens as well too, but it's mainly for you tribes, man. Okay, so you need to be as in a state of David, man. How he's praying to the Lord, man, saying, "What? Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, man," because they have a lot of counsels towards us, man. Okay, and it's to destroy, all right, you Israelites, man. Verse 3 says, "Who wet their tongue like a sword, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect." Who's it? Come on, man. This is what they're doing. They're looking to shoot at the perfect, man. You can see how they're forming this thing up, man. They got it on the news. Certain things gearing up towards Jake and the Edomites. It was a brother. Oh, not the elder out there in Las Vegas, man. All right, he was going in. Elder Karatazar. All right, he was going into it, man. He was going. He had a video, all right, it's like different compilations and showing you that way how they're trying to brew things up, man. Okay, so they're getting ready to bring in what their policies, all right, so that they can make their craft to what to prosper. It says, "Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not, because everything is in their hand." Why do they need to fear? Okay, they're like, "Oh man, we have it in our laws. No, we're gonna bring this into fruition." All right, so they have a sense of pride upon them that they're gonna have a complete takeover. Okay, that their plans is going to come into fruition. It says they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, "Who shall see them?" They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Yeah, because the things of what they're doing, this is a diligent search, man. To bring in these different policies, these different laws, executive orders, these different rules, the way of bringing in this new infrastructure, the security, the technological advancements, so on and so forth. You have to have a certain mindset to constantly being diligent and disciplined to bring in certain orders like this, man. And this is what these devils are doing, man. It's to what? To destroy you Israelites, man. Okay, and so that they can bring in their new world order, man, the NWO. It says both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep, man. And that's a point, man. The way they think is very deep. All right, so who knows the things of what they're getting ready to bring out, man? Scripture says a time like no other. So be prepared to know that if their thoughts are so deep, they're getting ready to bring in some things that you probably have never even heard of or even seen. And this is why you got to have Yahweh Bashim Yahushua with you, man.
Avoided. We're being curated rather than responded to. So the Fed and the elites need to slow down, to cool wage growth, to break labor momentum, and to reestablish capital discipline. And the middle class collapse is being managed, not avoided. We're going to see like stealth liquidity extraction, right? Reverse QE, student loan repayments being reactivated, snap cuts, utility hikes, no cultural language around it, just quiet pressure. And then
so what you think is getting ready to happen with all this, man? Is he going into the what's that decoupling of the government by the way of this man's policies, by he's using his laws, man? They are literally collapsing this place in front of the people's eyes, and they don't see it because they're being so fooled by the bread and circus. But you got a lot of people, these Americans, man, they are going through it. Just laying back and from off the brother, the priest Ash, all right, in the camp, man. All right. These Americans are feeling it. All right. It's the lesson he was going into earlier, man. They see what's going on. They're feeling it. You guys have seen videos earlier with nothing but Edomites. I wish I was trying to find it before I did this video, man. But Edomites, man, was just You got a lot of them in the car crying, screaming, okay, not knowing what to do. That life that they had, or they thought or what they think they're getting ready to have, it's gonna get better. Nah, man, they're in frustration because their kingdom is falling. Okay, for them, all right, for them, but not for the Israelites, man. See, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is setting up everything in place, all right, for this transition to where the Edomites, where the elites, they think that they're getting ready to have it come into their hand, but nah, it's getting ready to fall into the hands of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, all right, and the elect.
Spectacle. The real shift is tech sovereignty. The China headlines, right, don't really matter that much. It's a global decoupling campaign. The U.S. is trying to pull critical manufacturing and rare earth reliance away from China without public panic. That is the whole goal, right? AI and microchip nationalism, that's the whole goal. The United States consolidating control over chips and AI while quality offshoring inflation, right, and manufacturing externalities, right? China would be responding by building an alternative trade bloc, right? Think Belt and Road 2.0, but militarized.
And then what you see right now, man, you see China that trying to find other different ways to circumnavigate, all right, the way of leaning onto the way of Esau. Okay, what was that? I did a video on it, probably about a month now, going into how the U.S. is the U.S. dollar, all right, is at not extinct, all right, but it's in jeopardy. All right, the U.S. dollar. There was an article going into it, and it said that how not Esau, but how Moab, China, how they're able to bypass, okay, the SWIFT system and use their way from the digital yuan. Okay, so all these different tax tariffs, all right, are going on America, and it's decoupling, all right, the things that's over here. All right, everything is all systematic, destroying, all right, the system, while it's getting ready to transition into the new system.
Then there's a return to national identity as economic strategy. If the deportation policies keep staying hidden how they are, right? Here's what's going on really deeply. Here's what's going on, because it's actually a quiet cultural reconciliation. It's a narrative pivot to nativism, right? And economic fear becomes a cultural fear about others taking jobs or corrupting systems. The citizens versus non-citizens is blurred on purpose, creating a two-tier system of rights. So the missing headline that you don't see is that strategic collapse has begun. Because there's
That's right. That's right, man. It has begun. It has begun already, and the people don't see it. This is why you're seeing all this stuff happening, man. Because the elites are moving. They're moving on to the new way, the new system, man. They're transitioning right now. Me and the priest Mark Cobb did a video on this. Man, I think it was like maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, right before he ended up going back up top, man. But the brother and me and him was going to a lesson. I forgot what the lesson was called. It was a live that me and him did, and I was breaking it down. I was going into it, man, how we are in the middle of a transition. We are in the middle of a transition right now, man, because it actually has begun. Things are being activated, okay? His policies are being activated, and there's much, much more different things that's all going to align, all right, in order for this system to come into play, man. They're getting ready to force it upon the people, man, because it's going to get to the point that he's not going to see that he has enough time to keep bringing this out. This can't drag out another 5 years. This cannot drag out another 5 years, so this is why we know that soon they're getting ready to usher in the chip. You gotta look at the things that's happening over there in the Middle East. You gotta look at the things that's happening with the earthquakes, the things happening with the people. Things are showing us, man, we are in the last days, man. You know, I want to keep playing the video, but for time's sake, I'm not, man. I only got 3 minutes in. Okay, I advise you, if you haven't seen the video, to go in to watch the video and watch them, man. All right, this is a very good edifying video. I just happened to see it, man. All right, so seeing that all these things are coming to pass, man. Hey, man, what manner of persons ought ye to be? as the scripture says, man, because these things are coming. Okay? This has begun. All right? The elites are moving on, all right, to the next phase of what they need to do to bring in this new system, man. All right? So, hey, stay prayed up, stay watchful. All right, and pray to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. All right, that he be with you in these last days, you and your house. All right, I pray for myself. I pray for the Akim. I pray for the elect. All right, because the things that are getting ready to hit, man, you gotta have Yahweh Bashim Yahushua with you, man. Because if not, you're gonna be left out here with the rest of these other people, and these other people out here, they have no hope. Okay, but for us as the hopeful elect, we have hope. All right, and hope in who? Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man, that he's going to deliver us, man. He's going to protect us, all right, in these evil days, these evil times that we are approaching and that we are really in. Okay, so, hey, Lord willing, you find this lesson edifying. Out there to you, Akim Wagwath. I want to give all honors and infinite praises to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us his truth and who rule well. Peace and safety and salutations out there to you sincere and you hopeful elect. Scattered abroad across the four winds of this earth. All right, I'm your fellow servant, Malaakia. Shalom.